Lil Yachty. He formed a group called the Concrete Boys, consisting of all these members, except for the fact that I just lied to you. This member ain't a member no more, and that's where our problems begin. Her name is Karrahboo, and she was recently kicked out of the group. Why? Well, be patient. We finna get to that. See, Lil Yachty had a problem. When he kicked her out, it became a big thing because they didn't announce why. Suddenly, Karrahboo starts posting stuff saying, like, y'all finna see. Everyone like, see what? She like, everybody say, Yachty, what's she talking about, bro? Yachty said, I wish her the best. Bless. So everybody forgot about it until the interview. See, Lil Yachty and his best friend Mitch have a podcast together where rappers come in and they talk to them. So Key Glock comes in one day. Them folk talking, and Lil Yachty and his best friend start getting into a heated discussion. Look at Key Glock posture. That man's sitting there going, damn. Because at one point, Lil Yachty says, where would you be without me? But wait, it wasn't just for no reason. The conversation was about how do people make it out of the hood, listen closely, with not many options. So Mitch, Yachty's friend, was saying, I would tell people don't do anything crazy and just try to make it out. Lil Yachty's like, you had options though. I, Lil Yachty, was your option. This one to start getting heated. His boy Mitch goes, well, what do you want me to say to the people I need to say it to? Lil Yachty goes, I'm not saying what I want you to say. I'm just saying you can't say what you just said. Key Glock goes, snap. In fact, Key Glock tries to change the subject, saying, hey, Mitch, what would you say to me growing up? But Lil Yachty said, hold on, we not done. Key Glock said, where's my phone? He then begins to explain his history with Mitch, which is very important for the Karrahboo situation as well. Lil Yachty basically says, Mitch, you ain't had no job. You had the luxury of chilling in my crib until you figured out what you wanted to do. When you figured it out, the podcast, I helped make it happen. Mitch basically goes, all right, I guess. And they just continue the podcast like normal. But there's more to it than that. See, Yachty has a history when it comes to working with friends. In fact, he had a group called the Sailing Team way back in the day that consisted of his friends. He spent millions on their music, but they then break up. Lil Yachty claims that they were all too lazy. It goes to how he met Karrahboo. She started off as his friend and personal assistant. She said, Yatchy. He said, yeah. She said, I want to make music. He said, let's do it. So he spends $900,000 on her come up. How do I know it was $900,000? Well, here's where it starts to get wicked. Lil Yachty hops on an Instagram live. Remember all that stuff that was happening with Mitch? Well, the internet went crazy. They were saying, how could you treat your best friend like that on your podcast? All that. So Lil Yachty hops on live. He says, I just woke up to me getting flamed on Twitter. I hit up my best friend Mitch. This is Lil Yachty saying this. And I told him, why didn't you defend me on Twitter? Mitch said, don't worry about it. It's just Twitter. Fire for that. I'm hot. Mitch, you ain't my dog. We ain't doing no more podcasts. People in the comments were saying, damn, because no one has ever seen Yachty like this in his decade-long career. Yachty goes, damn, I ain't finished. He then begins to talk about Karrahboo. Because see, I've got to tell you something. While people were talking about the whole Mitch situation, somebody says, I see why Karrahboo left the group. Someone else hops in and says, I asked her why she left, and she said they were bullying her. Everyone goes, Karrahboo basically said, I was trying to tell y'all. Lil Yachty says, okay, I'm finna crash out. How about we talk about why I kicked you out of Concrete Boys in the first place? Because you, Karrahboo, are a bully. You talk to everyone like they're beneath you, and I can't rock with that. Let's keep going. I wrote all of your songs. The On the Radar freestyle that got you famous, I wrote that. I'm finna upload proof. He uploads proof. He then goes on to say how she 900,000 in the hole. He then goes on to say things that maybe he shouldn't have to say, like how his whole group, he dressed his whole group. His group said, why am I in it? Actually, no, they didn't say anything, but it led people to say, yo, Yachty, why you keep calling out these people like this, bro? They were calling him out for making it look like his friends can't do nothing on their own. And to be fair to Yachty, he didn't mean to call out his friends. He was just saying how much he does for people, which got people even more upset. So people said maybe he's not helping his friends for the right reasons. Mitch came out and said, Yachty is a great friend. People said, shut up. You just want the podcast to come back. He sunned you. Karrahboo said, see, Yachty be bullying people. People said, shut up. You don't make your own music. And you just playing the victim. So what did we learn? I don't think anything really.